You know the story real quick? When I first officially bombed, I'd been doing stand-up for well over 13, 14 years already. I've never been booed, none of that. Yeah, were there certain shows that was lackluster? Yeah, okay, whatever. I don't count that as bombing per se. I count bombing like motherfuckers is like, boo, and just, visibly not happy with you. The show is just, you could tell. So I experienced my first. So what happened was I was on a tour, and I had a dude that opened for me riding with me, and this particular gig that I bombed at, they didn't have an MC, and so I did this gig. I used to be a comic at a certain agency where they were sent to a new venue to make sure that they still want to continue comedy. We go there and kill it, and they love, that. So we were sent to this venue in Minneapolis. So I called ahead of time. It's like, yo, y'all have a MC? Y'all need an MC, right? And because I remember they only had two. So yeah, I got an opener with, he can MC the show, whatever. They was like, yeah, bring him. So I was like, cool. So we do the show. We do the opening, and then the Minnesota Vikings came to this gig. That type of venue. Was nice, big engagement, whatever.
Okay.
And so they hated my opener. They hated him. They hated him so bad. I was so embarrassed. But he was funny. It was just, for whatever reason, they hated him. Oh my God, it was terrible. And so I had to go up there and clean up. He dug me a hole, but I got out of that hole. Because I hopped off stage and did what I do, and bam, killed it. And me and the headliner, we murdered it. So after the show, you go take pictures and shake hands, this, that, and third. So we lined up. We about to take a picture with, and the photographer was like, to my friend, to my opener. Hey, come on. Maybe next time. Yeah, man. Okay. Go ahead.
Now the picture.
We roasted him all the way back to the hotel, because that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So let's fast forward. A couple months later, they invite me back. This time, and I was featured there too. It was Rodman, the headliner, and Sean Jones, the MC. So I'm thinking it's just gonna be repeat. We're gonna kill it again, whatever. It was on a Sunday. The show was supposed to start at 9 o'clock. It didn't start until midnight. Say it again. Sunday. Show was supposed to start at 9 o'clock. It didn't start until midnight.
Restless crowd?
This is a bunch of black folks in this crowd too. Yeah. So anybody that was still there at midnight either didn't have a job
or had some alcohol.
Or they was drunk already,
Yeah.
And I was pissed off because you didn't pay me for this. You paid me to do a show that started at 9 o'clock. And so now I'm in a different attitude, different mood. Sean is up there killing it as the MC. The hecklers is giving it to him. He handling it. But that's not what I want to do. And I know that's what's going to happen when I go out there, is they going to want to do the same thing they did to Sean. I can do that, but that's not what you pay me. First of all, you're being disrespectful because we're starting the show. I didn't get on stage until 12:20 that night. So when I got on stage, it kind of showed that I was a little mad, disappointed, and I wasn't responding like Sean was to the hecklers, and they wasn't liking that. And so they was like, boo, they was like saying shit. They was writing notes, sending it up to the stage and said, boo. It was terrible. And I'm like, hey, I ain't one of them comics. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta listen to me. If you don't want to listen, I'm not, it's just what I stand here because I'm getting paid anyway. I was being stubborn and shit. Right. The next thing you know, there was a little black woman in front. She was like, baby, just do your thing. We here with you. I'm like, thank you. I got talking to her, and all of a sudden it was like, yeah, so.
No, Mom.
They turned my mic off. they turned my mic off. I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh. And then Sean came out there.
This is great. This is just what an emerging comedian wants to hear.
He came out there, cleaned it up, and did whatever. Luckily, one of the bartenders was like, "Hey, man, don't worry about it. we've seen you before killing these, whatever these people, da 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 da. And I'm thinking to myself, it's not the people, it was me.
You didn't
but it made me feel a little bit better. So here we are. We gonna take the pictures again. So we out there to take the pictures, and I'm standing there, and I'm in the, trying to get in the frame. The photographer's like, "Yeah, go ahead and step out. Maybe next time, young man." I'm like, "But I was gonna see what did you do?" So I decided to call my boy and
tell
make
him,
him feel
yeah.
good. Hey man, remember when you got booed at that gig? He's like, "Yeah, man. Why you have to remind me of that shit?" I'm like, I called you to make you feel a little bit better. What? I was like, I'm at that venue now. He's like, "Oh man, I bet you killed it." I was like, "Nope, got booed." He didn't even believe me. He's like, "Man, quit lying." You just called me to make me feel better. No, man, I swear to you, I just got booed. They did the same thing to me that they did to you with the pictures and everything. He was like, "For real?" He was like, "You don't know how good that makes me feel."
This is great.
So,
Another way to bomb. Another way to bomb. That's all I need.
Man, that's
all
so
I
embarrassing.
need.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
That was so embarrassing, but it was at that point in my career, it was needed. It was needed because, in retrospect, I was a little cocky.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't warranted, I didn't deserve it because I was in the right. It was that feeling of failure on that level. Like there were superstars in the building, Super Bowl winners.
Yeah.
And I had been there 2 months prior and murdered. That got standing ovation. It was dope, and then got humbled 2 months later. Same environment, just different circumstances in regards to the time, or whatever. But there was a way for me to make that work, just like Sean did. Sean made it work.
Right.
And I chose not to, and so therefore that experience was had. But I think it was needed. I think it made me a better.
I've had it.
Better.
I got it a little earlier in my career.
Got a little earlier. Just to make you feel better.
I know. I appreciate where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.